Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, The Elected Men. To the elected men. And see, the elected men in this time going forward is going to be a lot of the elected men are going to have spiritual power in this time, because we're heading into the tribulation, which is Jacob's trouble. You see, in this elected men is only coming out of the 12 lost tribes of Israel. You see, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and to the Israelites scattered into these other nations that look like the other nations. The Lord's only dealing with the elect in this time. And he's dealing with men. That 144,000, those are all men. It ain't no women in that 144,000. The remnant, the 1/3, there's women. But, in this time going forward, it's going to be clear as day on who the Lord is, who his elected men are. See? And, the elected men, like it tells you in Isaiah 4:1, 7 women shall take hold of one man. And you see, whether you're married or not, Jake, whether your woman, accepts that or not. If she can't accept that, the Lord's going to weed her out. You see, whether she accepts it or it's up to the Lord, because the Lord said he's going to have compassion on who he had compassion on, and mercy on who he has mercy on. But a lot of you women are going to be put to death. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, because you're not submissive. You're too stuck in Babylon, America, the customs. You celebrate Christmas and Halloween and Easter, and you reject. I'm not no Hebrew Israelite. The Lord loves everybody. Jesus loves everybody. Jesus Christ. I can smoke my weed. I can, I can have if that man, those laws, statutes, and commandments were 3,000 years ago. We don't have to do that. You reject it. You're not submissive. You're telling your man what to do. You're trying to usher authority. You're loud. Back talking to your man. The Lord's not dealing with none of that. If you can't get rid of these customs and your ways of America, Babylon, the Lord's he's gonna cut you off, man. Man and woman. But in this time, the Lord's only dealing with the elect out of the 12 lost tribes of Israel. Let me get to the scriptures. And then you have these so-called celebrities and actors and football, NFL, NBA basketball players, and politicians, and they're not going to give up what they have on this side, that bag, that money, that fortune, that fame. They're not going to give it up. You see? But they claim to be helping their people, and they're not. They done sold out. The Lord told you, woe to you that are rich. You've received your constellation, and that's to Israel. A lot of you are, you're rich. The Kanye West, the Kyrie Irvings, the Jay-Z's, LeBrons. You've received your money already. You received your constellation. You did everything you can to become rich on this side, to ball out, and then you reject this word. You're not gonna, just like Moses. Moses is a prime example. Moses was born into the Egyptian heritage, was rich. power. But Moses gave up all of that. Moses gave up everything and came back to suffer and to lead his people. And learned that he was a tribe of Levi, and led Israel into the out of Egypt and into the wilderness. And he got humiliated, but in the end, Moses won. You so-called celebrities are in Israelite, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you that are in high positions and that are rich and in power and stuff, somewhat so-called a power, you're not going to give that up. You're not. You're not going to give that up to come preach and tell your people the truth, that they're in the land of their captivity and who their enemy is, and that they're being ruled over by those that hate them. You're not going to do that. See? So let me go to, what was that? Isaiah. Because like it tells you in Isaiah 4:1, that 7 women shall take hold of one man. This is why you women that don't got a man of the Lord, ultimately a Hebrew Israelite. You don't got no Hebrew Israelite, ultimately the elect. Because this is who the Lord is dealing with, the elect. You ain't got no man of the Lord, you better hope and pray in this time of tribulation, because in this time of tribulation, the Lord is only going to have mercy on his elect. Cannibalism, famine, insurrection, sedition amongst men. I mean, you're going to have wild animals running loose. Every single animal that you can think of. He's going to have birds out here attacking people. Sicknesses, pestilence. People are completely just sick. Illness, bumps all over their body. Everything that you could possibly think of and beyond that. Natural disasters, floodings, earthquakes, what climate issues. No job, no money. It ain't going to be none of that. You got to fend for yourself. Hunt. Do you women know how to hunt? A lot of you Israelite women, you don't know nothing about no hunting. You go to the store, you get you something from the grocery store or 7-Eleven, a frozen dinner, and you pop it in there in the microwave and you eat. That's the way a lot of you, a lot of you Israelite women, you like going out to eat. Applebee's and Starbucks and, Chili's and all these other Denny's, these restaurants and stuff. You eat out all day, 7 days a week, 5 days a week. And this time there's going to be some hunting going on, A lot of you Israelite women don't know how to do that. But ultimately the elect men, the Lord said his elect men shall eat. His elected is going to eat in this time because we're entering a time of famine. But let me go to the scriptures. It says Isaiah 13:9, and I'll start at 9. And it reads, Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel. It's a cruel day that's coming. Cruel. Torturing. Concentration camps and detention centers and, martial law, sedition amongst men, insurrection. People are going to be getting burned alive, eaten alive. See? In this time of cruel that the Lord is bringing on the world, his elected men are going to be protected. And a lot of these men, elected men, going to have spiritual power. But they're going to be protected and it's going to be known. See, it ain't popular right now to have a so-called Hebrew Israelite man, ultimately the elected. It ain't popular right now. But in this time going forward, you're going to see. You're going to see. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Those that can't get right, that are too stuck in the Babylon's ways. You know, the man on man, the woman on woman, you know, the fruit cup community, the LGBT 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, eating all the abominable foods, celebrating all these pagan holidays, you're rejecting your heritage. 10, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give light. The sun shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. There's going to be missiles that are shot off on this place. There's 200 million missiles that are going to ICBM nuclear warheads. They're going to be shot off on this place, man. America is going to be never inhabited ever again. Everything that your elementary schools, your junior high schools, your colleges, your jobs, your homes, your cars are going to be melted. They're going to be turned into dust, sand. You see, this place is going to be one big desert, America, from the East Coast to the West Coast, from California to New York, from Canada, from Alaska all the way down to Peru, to Brazil. Ultimately here in America, the states is going to be burned down. You see? Ultimately here in America, the states, the Lord said, those missiles are coming. World War III is coming. It's inevitable. You hard-headed Jakes, get ready for a draft. You know, you thugged out American Babylonian Israelite children, you know, that are so thugged out and disobedient to your parents. Get ready for this upcoming draft that's coming. They're going to draft you. The Lord going to let them draft you inside this war. And that's going to be your ticket to death because you're not obedient to your parents and unto the Lord. 11, and I will punish the world, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. The Lord's he's gonna punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. You see? And there's everything that you can think of. Disasters, cannibalism, famine, you know, plagues, everything is coming. Everything. 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And Ophir is those big blocks of gold, probably the size of this Bible. You see, even bigger, because in King Solomon's time, he had a gold mine. You see, even his servants were decked out with gold and different, you know, but this is to the elect men, the elected men. See, a lot of you women, you want ball players and entrepreneurs, and he has his own business, and he has 2 or 3 different homes, and he has one on the East Coast and one on the West Coast. He has one over in Europe. That shit ain't gonna mean nothing. It ain't gonna mean nothing in this time, because that's not gonna deliver you, and none of that's gonna save him in this time, huh? The Lord told you they shall be amazed at the strangeness of their salvation. You see? And this is to the elect. People are going to be completely blown out of their mind on how the elected is going to be delivered. The 144,000, that's all men. The 144,000. And that's out of the 12 lost tribes of Israel. And then you have the remnant, the one third, the men, women, and children. You know, the families of the men of the elect. You see? The remnant. This is through the men. Let me go, let me close out with this, because the women is going to be saved, ultimately, through the man, You know, and then it really just, you know, up to the Lord on who he wants to deliver, you know, because some of us are going to have to be put to death, be martyrs for this word. But, you know, there's going to be women with the elected men, them and their families, that are going to be delivered through the men. Let me go to 1 Timothy 2 and 11. 2 and 11. And it reads, 1 Timothy 2 and 11. It says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. And you women a lot of you Israelite women are back talkers. You're loud, you know, disrespectful. You're trying to usher authority over the man. The Lord said, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Shut up. Do what your man tells you to do. This is thus said the Lord. These are things that the Lord is looking for in the quality of a woman. It says 12, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Shut up. Your man tells you to do something, and ultimately, this is if you got a man of the Lord, if he's calling on that name, YAHAWAHSHI. Ultimately, you want to carry yourself to be obedient, women. You want to be obedient, submissive. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. It says 13, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. See, 14, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Eve was tricked. You see, Eve was tricked by the serpent. You see, she got tricked. And it says 15, notwithstanding, she shall be saved. See, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. See, call halayim la alahayina wa Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. You women that are rehearsing the righteous law, statutes, and commandments, and you have a man of the Lord, you hold on to him and you be obedient. And you got a chance at salvation, man, to be delivered. You see? So the elected men is going to be your chances of being delivered, you know, and that's a huge plus that you got a man of the Lord, you know, out of the tribes. You know, you hold on to them. You know, you women that you know, you out here, I'm Miss Independent, don't need no man. You gonna learn in that day that you lost, and your little government job or county job, that ain't gonna mean shit in that day. You see, because the Lord told you 7 women shall cling to one man in that day, and that's to the elect men out of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, and everybody gonna see it, and you women are gonna flock to the men of the Lord out of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, the elect, the Hebrew Israelites. Shalom.